Well, I have to do this again, and it is a giant pain in the ass, but I have to do it every time it snows. I clear workspace around my small metal shop, which is only 20 by 24, and that's why I have to do it. I like to work a lot outside because when you're grinding and cutting metal with a angle iron, things like that, it just throws debris everywhere. And even though I have a pretty good dust collection system in the metal shop, if I can bear it, I still cut and grind outdoors, so I'll create some space. Also like to get the snow away from the shop because it rusts the concrete. If I don't get up all the metal dust, let's just say I've learned my lesson on that. So I'll just shovel some workspace around my metal shop. It doesn't take too long, and I feel pretty good if I'm in the middle of a project about going outside to do some work, because I have the space to do it, right? Heck yeah. We had so much snow, I'm just now getting caught up. I have been clearing snow. I'm gonna have to talk over the heater. I've been clearing snow with every piece of equipment that I have. The Kubota, the Ranger, the John Deere, the snow blower, push behind snow, walk behind snow blower, and the hand shovel for going on 3 days straight now. Well, seems like 3 days, maybe like 2 days. Anyway, I cleared some area around the metal shop here, so I have room to blow out all the grinding dust and it doesn't land on the concrete and rust it if I need to. That was a mistake I made last year, is all the dust would end up on the apron outside the metal shop, and it would just, the snow would melt away and it would just be one giant rust spot. So we're hoping to minimize that this year. But I did get some new jigs that I wanted to show you, which are cool as shit. Now I showed you these, well, this DeWalt tool, I think in the last video, or a couple videos ago, something like that. So I'm looking forward to using that. Some of the other tools I have now that I was talking about are these jigs that I had made by, I think it's called Odie Iron. Especially when you're working in conditions like I am, where you don't have a lot of space and not a really good fabrication table, just kind of like any table you got or the floor. These jigs will come in handy. They're 90-degree angle jigs that you can clamp your work down onto. And makes your life a lot easier. Let me see if I can give you an example. So what do we get? We get 4 of these smaller ones here. See that? And then we got 1 medium-sized pair like that, and then 1 large pair like this. And this was all $200. But it's a one-time investment. The tool is forever. The jigs are forever. Look to be very well made. And when I ordered these, they had to make them for me. They don't have them sitting on a shelf somewhere. So it took a little while for them to get here. Now, one of the biggest complaints that I have about welding is everything isn't perfect, right? I got this warpy table that nothing lays flat on. It used to lay flat, but you know, rookie mistakes kind of sent it off kilter, let's just say. I was stick welding and I was just burning some really hot welds on this table. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me show you how this is going to work. Or I think it's going to work. So we'll cut these in 45-degree angles probably, but you'll get the gist. So you can clamp this stuff down in these little jigs like this. Let's see if I can show you here. So cool. This is going to make my life so much easier. I guess you really don't even have to clamp them down. You could probably tack them down. But right now I'm going to show you how this is made. See that? Let me show you a little close up here. See how nice this is going to work? I could just weld it up. This is going to cure so many problems for me. We just weld it up. You know, we clean up the metal, we weld it in. And it's perfect 90 degrees. We got our, you know, big, medium, and small, I guess. Plus, it'll be easy to work on the floor with this. Really easy. So my life becomes simpler. Now, nobody told me about these. I didn't know they existed. I did see people using these in these really professional welding videos where people do it for a living and they have this big fabrication shops and all that set up. So I kind of looked past it because a guy like me could never afford anything like that. But to my surprise, they were more affordable than I thought. So really, realistically, it's the price of one grinder. Actually, if you buy a flathead or a big grinder, it's less. So for 200 bucks, you can uncomplicate your life for making these 90-degree angles. And I'm here to tell you, it took me a couple of years to figure that out. So, hey, if you can't afford the big $4,000 to $5,000 fabrication table with all the clamping holes and all that stuff, you look for alternatives. So I'm looking forward to starting my next project using these jigs. So that's going to be awesome. So now that we have all the snow removal done, I should say, now that we have all the snow removal done for the time being until it happens again and we can start all over again, I can get back out here in the shop, relax, watch some TV, and create some awesome crap. So I think I want to make at least 3 more giant storage boxes. Not for myself, but I want to have at least 5 or so to start selling them. Now I'm going to start off with yard sale, kind of price them a little bit this next summer, and just kind of see if I can sell one. And if I can't, well, we got lots of storage. So I'll see you when we start the next project. Heck yeah! And It's snowing. I have another tool I want to show you that I picked up. I've been looking for this particular tool ever since Harbor Freight opened up. Well, ever since I knew that Harbor Freight sold them. And every time that I've ever been there and looked for it, it's been sold out. Every time. Except for the last time I was there, it was not only in stock, but it was Inside Track Club members deal. So it was 119 bucks. I think it's regular 149, so it's a pretty decent savings. And it also cheaper than those jigs I showed you. And this is hopefully a forever item too, and something that I will use all the time indoors because of our location and where we live in the North Country is why they're kind of hard to come by, because they just keep selling out. But I got my hands on one, so let's have a look. Let's get comfortable. This is a 10-ton hydraulic log splitter. Manual log splitter, so I can use it indoors and be comfortable. You can see I haven't opened it yet, so we'll do the unboxing together. How's that sound? There's no place up here that sells these things except Harbor Freight. And I'm kind of surprised by that, because there is a lot of wood splitting people up here. Oh, it just opens like that. Okay. And there it is. The nice part is that we can leave this right in our mud room where we keep our firewood stacked, and our firewood box holder that I made last year. Definitely seems to be well made. All right, hopefully I can get this out by myself. There is one thing I noticed right away on this. Cheap welds. Yeah, I think I could have welded better than that. Not a lot of room in here to work with, but it's better than doing it on the porch. In here, at least I could just sit here and split wood with my jammies on, right? Heck yeah! Alright, doesn't look like there's a whole lot to it. So, this must be... Guess I should read the directions, but I'm not. There's nothing to it. There's just these two handles. Put your log in here. This is the only place I see that relieves or adds the pressure or relieves the pressure on it, I guess. So you're just pushing it against this wedge here. And if I turn this way, it comes right back. Okay. Got it. How easy is that? Let's see if we can find a log here. Okay. That's pretty easy. Yeah. Better than standing outside with a maul and a wedge or splitting it by hand. See that? Let's do one more demo. Well, that's why it was hard to split. There's a big old knot in there. All right. Kind of fits nice and snug next to my firewood box here that we keep our firewood here, and there's a lot of times that I need to take it back outside and I just use a maul or a splitting axe and I just split it that way. I think I'm going to have to keep doing that for the more complicated pieces, and this I'll leave indoors for the smaller pieces that I need to split. Yeah. This does not replace a maul or an axe or splitting axe. This enhances it, let's just say. This could be a lot more dangerous because it could pop up and hit you in the head, unlike a splitting axe. But it's going to take some getting used to, I think, without a doubt. It's just another tool in our arsenal. I will admit I'm a little disappointed. I thought it would be a little simpler to use, let's just say. When that thing tightens up, it tightens up, and unless you have that thing bolted to the ground, it'll move on you. So there's that. Plus, you can kind of feel when you're pressing that hydraulic against that wedge, you can kind of feel if it's going to go or it's not going to go. So if you're operating that thing indoors as a regular wood splitter, you're going to run into all kinds of problems with breaking out your windows by flying debris and anything else around there. So this will be relegated to small wood splitting aspects that we do indoors with smaller, logs, let's just say, because I can tell right now it might be just easier just to hit it with a splitting axe. So we'll stay on top of it. We'll use it. We'll see how it goes. And if, for $119, I'm not going to take it back, because that's a pretty good deal, I think. All right, talk to you later.